This is Kay Tucker again, and I want to walk you through a few things on Blackboard, just hopefully to make it easier. Some of this is going to go kind of slow just because of working with technology, so be patient. Some of the students need it, some of you guys don't, but for those that need it, just be patient as I walk through this. This is my SAU that I have open, and you open up Blackboard, and once you get logged into your Blackboard, then of course you open the course up, Math 104. And then when you get to the course over on the left, and the course isn't complete either, so much of this will look different, but over here on the left there should be a link that says Mymathlab. And when you open it up, it will take you to Pearson's Mymathlab and Mastering, and it will look like this. And what I want you to do is click on the one that says Mymathlab Course Home. That's where you'll always click to get in to do your math homework every week. What yours will look like is a little different from mine, so I'm going to take you through some screenshots of what yours will look like because you have not logged in yet and purchased your book or put in your access code if you have already purchased your access code from the bookstore. So what yours will look like when you open it is, let me open some screenshots that I have. The first thing it'll look like is like this, a privacy statement, and you'll just say, I accept. Then the next thing that once you accept, then it will take you to something that looks like this. If you've ever used a My Pearson product, such as My Reading Lab, another Mymathlab, My Chemistry Lab, anything like that that's a Pearson product, you can use the same username and password. It will just show this class added to it. Then once you do this, then it will take you to the next page that I'll show you that'll either let you put in an access code if you've already purchased that from the bookstore or someplace, or you can pay for it with a credit card right there and buy the access code there. If you've never done a Pearson product before, then you would click right here into Create, and it will take you to a link that has you put in your email and some information like that, password, things like that. So that's where you will create your account if you haven't had a Pearson account before. Then once you get through that page, then it will take you to a page again that looks like this, where you can either put in your access code if you've already purchased it or purchase the book right here. And then once you've done that, you will never have to do anything at all other than just log in to Blackboard, and then you can go straight into Mymathlab without logging in again. So for me, I'm already in. So when I do it, I just click on Mymathlab Course Home, and it will take me straight into the course. Then once I'm into the course, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to Assignments, and that will be all of your assignments for the course are in here. Week 1 is right here, Chapter 1, Voting Theory, and when you click on it, it will take you to all the assignments for Week 1. First of all, here's the reading assignments on the left, and here's the homework assignments on the right. So if I go to a homework question, such as 6, then it will show me the homework problem that I need to work, and I've already worked this one out, but I'm going to show you again. Be patient with me because this will take a bit. I'm going to show you how to use the applet that's included. It's real important that you learn how to use that because it'll save you a lot of time going through this Chapter 1 on voting strategy, not to have to hand calculate everything. So what you're going to want to do is voting methods. This is where the applet is right here. So you're going to want to open that. And when you open that, it looks like this. All right, I have mine open here so I can go back and forth easily for you guys. I have it open right here. And I'm going to use this applet to work this problem. All right, another really important thing in Mymathlab is the helps, the self-helps that are over here. Probably one of the most important ones is View an Example. It will show you an example just like it. And you can look at the example, continue, scroll through, and see how to work one just like it. That is very helpful. It also gives you an unlimited amount of time to do these. So there's no reason not to make 100 on assignment because you can keep working them until you get them right. So this one I want to put into the applet. So I'm going to go over here to the applet, and I'm going to create a preference schedule. And then what I want to do is, there were 4 candidates. There was A, B, C, D in the example that it gave me for the homework problem. So I'm going to put 4 in, and there were 6 columns going across. I'm going to put the 6 columns in, and then the top has the number of voters in each column. So the first column had 27, the second column had 19, the third column had 10, the fourth column had 9, the fifth column had 6, the seventh column had 4. And then what I want to do is I want to put what was in here for each one. So I go back to, and I resorted to also just taking pictures of these because I got tired of going back and forth between the two. So in the first column, I've got A, D, B, C. So A, D, B, C. In the second column, I've got C, B, D, A, C, B, D, A. And then in the third column, I've got D, A, B, C. In the fourth column, I've got B, C, A, D. In the fifth column, I've got D, A, C, B. And in the fourth column, I've got D, move me out of the way, C, B, A. Okay, then what I want to do is I want to go down here. Let me see if I can move this up where you can get a better look at it. I want to move this up here, and then what I want it to do is I want it to do the method that it tells me to do. So up here it's got calculated by the plurality method, which is just who gets the most votes, the Borda count, plurality with elimination, pairwise comparisons, and you will learn all these as you go through the chapter. So this homework problem in particular tells us to do it by the Borda count. So let's look and make sure. Sorry, I told you to be patient with me with the technology. Yes, for the Borda count method to solve parts A and B. So I'm using the Borda count method. So again, using that method, I am if I can find okay, here it is. So Borda count method, then I go down here to the bottom of it and I select a candidate. I suggest that you just go ahead and have it calculate all of the candidates. So that's done A, it's computed A, then have it compute B, then have it compute C, then have it compute D. And then if you'll look, again, let me move me out of the way. First place is D with 208 points. Second place is A with 197 points. Third place is B with 181. Fourth place is C with 164. And you can see using this template, this applet, it took me a little while to do it. If you'd had to calculate all these by hand, it would take you a lot longer. So again, you'll get a lot more adept at going back and forth. I resorted to taking a picture with my phone so I could just type it in that way and not have to keep going back and forth between the different methods. Do what works for you, but I highly recommend that you learn how to use this applet because it's very helpful. Because now I can go back and answer the question that first place was D, and then usually they ask for a ranking, and I can say D, A, B, C. I hope this helped. I know it was kind of lengthy and tedious, but for those of you guys that need it, I'm sure that you'll be glad. Thank you. Have a nice week.